Hi everyone! Today's topic is book snaps. I want to start by giving credit to Tara Martin at taramartin.com for coming up with this great idea. Tara's explanation is simple. Book snaps are Snapchat snaps about books. They're a great way to merge our students' everyday tech obsessions with close reading. Now, my district doesn't allow students to access Snapchat on our Wi-Fi, but kids can easily do the same thing with Google Drawing or Google Slides. When we create a book snap, we ask our students to read with a purpose, to find a specific moment in the text that connects to our learning objective, such as the thematic concept, characterization, or figurative language. And then we're going to ask our kids to take a picture of that part of the text and annotate it. And in this example, I used a passage from The Impact Cycle by Jim Knight. I started by dropping in the pic that I took. I added the name of the author and the title of the book. I wrote my annotations in a text box, and finally I added an image that symbolizes what I see happening in the text. Because I want to be sure to keep the text front and center, that is critical for my students in ELA, I used a simple shape to highlight my point. So I'm going to show you how to create your own book snap with Google Drawing. And I'm going to use a passage from Jamaica Kincaid's essay on seeing England for the first time. So the first thing we're going to do is open a new Google Drawing, and you'll find it here under the File menu. You can also do this in Google Drive by clicking New, More, and then Drawing. I've already taken a pic of the part of the text that I want to use, and I uploaded that to Google Drive. So when I insert it, it's a pretty simple matter of finding it in my recent images. Sometimes the pic that we want to use isn't as clear or as legible as we need it to be, and that's where the format options come in handy. So you select your image and then click here, and I'm going to go to recolor. I can make some other adjustments if I want to, but I find that the recolor option really helps my text. And I've got a couple of different color options here. I think I kind of like this first orange one, so I'm going to use that one. I'm also going to drop in the name of the text and the author, and I like to use the word art feature, but you can also do this with a text box. And I can change the font here. I can also change the color, and I'll squeeze this just a touch so it fits on the page. Okay, and there's my title and my author. The next step is adding my reflection about the connections that I found between the book and the assignment. And I'm going to do that very simply with a text box. Now, I wrote my annotations earlier just for the purpose of our demonstration today. And I'm going to drop it in just like so. Oh, way too small. This is a little long, so I'm going to trim it by just taking it up. And I want to be sure that this is legible for my reader. So I'm going to work with this just a touch. Finally, I'm going to add images that symbolize what is happening in this part of the text. Remember, the key here is to think symbolically or metaphorically. A box of shoes or a hat is out because that's too literal. Instead, I wrote about how the identity and the values of the people in Antigua were shaped by the fact that everything they own and consume was produced in England. And I need something that represents that concept. So I'm going to go back again to Insert Image, and this time I'm going to choose Search the Web. And I'm thinking about those two concepts, identity, perfect, and ownership. Now, what I like about using the insert image from the web feature in Google Drawing is that the images that I find are both free and fair use, and they're appropriate for school. Oh, perfect. Found two really good ones that I think are nice symbols for what I'm talking about in my book snap. And this is way too big. I want to bring this way down because I don't want anything to dominate the writing. Really, the text should be front and center in my response. I'll just take this down a little bit so it's more legible. And I'm done. What I love about book snaps is it's a very versatile tool. It's easily adapted to any novel study or Lit Circles unit. If you decide to try this with your students, don't forget to use the hashtag BookSnaps when you share on social media. Thanks for watching.